Well, this right here, this has always struck a point with me. Cops that basically entrap you on parking meters. You know, the kind of guys that walk down the street and they see you got 2 minutes left and they'll stand there.
That's not entrapment.
That is entrapment.
No, entrapment would be, come park here. Trust me, you'll be fine.
Yeah, entrapment would be like if there was no parking meter there, like a free parking space, and as soon as you park, they like stuck one of those fake ones there, like in the cartoons.
No. My understanding, I might have entrapment messed up, but like a cop is not allowed to sit outside of a bar to pick drunk drivers off because it's considered entrapment.
Really? I don't think so.
They're not allowed to do it. As considered entrapment. If you got a cop sitting at like on the side of the road in front of a bar when it lets out, you can win that case because that's entrapment. Same thing. If there should be like a grace period because I've never got a parking ticket here because we don't have parking meters in the South. We don't. But
we park in the front yard.
Yeah, we park on the field lines. That's what we park on. We hope the septic tank don't fuck up.
They don't even know what a septic tank is, dude.
But I was watching the Young Turks, and Chink got a $50 ticket because he was 2 minutes over. Because he was trying to get changed to get put in the parking meter, and the guy was sitting there 5 minutes before it went over. And as soon as it clicked, he started writing a ticket. That's fucked up.
Oh, that's just the cop being a dick. That's not.
Yeah. I would argue that the cop was a little tight there, but it's not entrapment and it's not illegal. And they can also sit outside of bars too. Like that's legal too.
How would that be legal?
That's what
How
he
would
said.
it be illegal? Like, a bar is a public place. They can sit outside there and look for you. Just in the same way that they might go to certain areas where people are known to speed.
Look at this, like, one of you stand in front of the bar, and everybody walks out as drunk. Public drunk, public drunk, public drunk, public drunk. You know,
here's the way I look at...
bring the paddy wagon over.
Here's the way I look at cops in general, and this is how I feel about most law enforcement. I feel that most law enforcement is completely unneeded, and their budgets are, like, completely overblown because they've got these quotas they've got to meet, and they're going to meet them one way or another to justify another cop car, hiring 3 more cops, and it's bullshit. I live in a very, very small town. We have like 8 or 9 cop cars. There's a cop on a bicycle. There's a fucking cop on a golf cart. I shit you not. How would you feel if you got pulled over by a cop on a fucking golf cart? I'm not even stopping. Anyway, we have no crime in my town. There's one area in town where how do I phrase this? It's where the bad people live who sell drugs. If you want drugs, that's where you go. And I'm not talking about like black tar heroin. I mean, if you want some weed, that's where you would go. But these guys don't go down there. No. They're stopping people in this little stretch of road where the speed limit is like 25 miles an hour where it should not be. It's like an open stretch of road. They'll fucking stop and give like grandma and grandpa a $120 ticket to pay for their budget. It's fucking bullshit. I mean, they want to go after the easy like suburban targets, and they have no interest in going after like some kind of a person who is literally a criminal. That's what they do for the living.
Don't fuck around and have an out-of-state tag on your car.
It's ridiculous.
I got one up on your car. We have 3 cops in my town. 3. I know them all by name.
Oh gosh.
And the saying around here is, call the cops if you want. It takes them 2.5 hours to get anywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, if you got a public violence charge in this town, you might as well not even call the cops. You better get yourself a gun.
Yeah.
You know what we have that's frustrating are the cameras on the traffic lights, and they shorten the yellow to burn you on it. You think you're gonna make it, and you don't because it has a short yellow. Yeah.
You want to hear a funny story about those cameras? When I lived in Atlanta, I sold cars, and at car dealerships, you've got those like temporary tags that like basically, you buy a car and there's like a tag that says Team Ford at North Point, and then they stick this little holographic sticker on there so the cops know it's legit. Well, if you're selling cars, you have an unlimited supply of those. So I bought a new car. I didn't buy a tag for 6 months. I kept those things on, and I made a point to run through the damn toll booths, to run through the red lights. I'm like, let them take my picture. I'm like flipping them off every time I go through it. I was like the toll booth bandit. Every day I drove through it twice. That was awesome.
When I was a teenager, I used to run the toll all the time. I bet I ran I'm not going to exaggerate. Probably 350 or 400 tolls in 2 years. When I lived in New Jersey, I used to just split through those things like I was supposed to.
Yeah, in Atlanta they've got that like free pass thing. It's basically like, you put the electronic thing in you pay like $50 and it gives you this electronic thing and you drive through it unlimited and that's the lane you go through, you just speed right on through that lane, flip the bird to the camera. Like, what are you going to do?
Aren't they better at like sending tickets and stuff? They take a picture of your license plate.
Yeah, but that's what I was saying. I've got the temporary
right, 'cause
tag
you
on the
got
car.
that. Yeah, that wouldn't work for no person.
We don't have